All right, welcome. We are now streaming live on YouTube. So, greetings and welcome to this evening service. We are the Community Chapel of Holistic Healing, a non-denominational spiritual fellowship founded in 1977 by Reverend Michelle Luson, a mystic and channel for the multidimensional consciousness which we carry here in this organization. She had a visit or an apparition from Swami Sivananda many years ago, who asked her to start this organization and place it in the Washington, D.C. area so that we could be a light for the nation's capital. We are here as an organization to aid in personal and global spiritual transformation. We have chapel services twice a month, and as well as classes and other spiritual healing events. Right now, we are only doing distance healing because of COVID, and we do maintain a prayer list to which you can submit names of people in need. So now that you're all on mute, we begin every service with the recitation of what we call the three healers. Michelle gave affirmations of faith, hope, and charity many years ago to us, and they are the centering affirmations for us to be able to align body, mind, and spirit. I believe in the spiritual existence of myself as a perfect image of the divine creator. In this reflection that is my physical embodiment, I have faith in the supreme guidance of my soul for my balance, my needs, and my opportunities. Outside of myself, there are also perfect images, and nothing can delude my thinking otherwise. Acknowledging my faith in the omnipresence of my divinity, I hope for realization, awareness, and acknowledgement of the existence of the great I am within myself. In understanding faith, in knowing hope, I pledge my actions, my desires, and my thoughts to the performances of myself on the physical planes of the earth, to honor, to love, and to enlighten all that is a reflection of the divine outside myself, so that my perfection is imaged back to my creator. So help me God. Well, this evening's topic is about sending healing. And I know many of you here are very familiar with that as a concept and as a practice. And I'd like you to understand this sending of healing in a much broader, or I guess a larger concept. Everything we do, which comes from knowing and understanding higher consciousness, is actually illuminating the atmosphere around you, which is sending the healing. The importance of your presence in the world cannot be overemphasized. For those who have been working on their spiritual progress and who understand cultivating value and meaning in their daily life, these are the people not only in this organization, but throughout the world who build the new world. Our organization is a focus of great light. This is a vortex of energy created by the Ascended Masters. We are here helping those who are in the light to stay aligned and strong in spirit and in their spiritual purpose. We all need to stay above the world's inclination to revert to practices that are not of the light. You all know very well that this is the time of world's transition. And any time of transition is a mixed bag. And you may see many, many activities requiring your discernment. Your ability to go within, to your heart, to find out, is this true or not, is your challenge. Then, only then, can you align with that which is correct and put your actions behind that. Now, I'm saying this because I have been given some awareness that the next 6 to 10 years is going to be a rocky time for many people on the planet. It is critical to bring the spiritually awakened people who have elevated understanding of life and its purpose to come together, to know where to go, to have a place where that consciousness in them cannot be assailed. Consciousness of life that exists on the planet needs to be nurtured and protected. So it is important in your general request, healing for individuals, as you're sending that out, to also send it out to the light forces and to people of light everywhere to be protected and to remain strong. There will be challenges to awareness of light as to what is in divine order and what is not. And you need to be prepared for that. And I also want to insert here that a thought came to me later after I prepared this, that this is also the opportunity that we all have to check in with, how are we doing? This is our challenge. This is our mastery of the world being shown to us by Spirit here. You know, what are you going to, which way are you going to go? This is the constant understanding of where we really are in the Christ consciousness. So it is really meant to be just that. And your daily routine of prayer, meditation, and alignment is very important. And it's going to stay right now that it's not enough to just do it prior to meditation. But I think it's important to do it during the day in our day-to-day world and become aligned with Spirit, because these exercises of clearing and centering and alignment, often as you do them during the day, and especially if you can include positive affirmations, that's part of this, such as the ones that we have on the website. They're very wonderful and they're very invaluable. Can you? Yeah, thank you. I referred to the Book of Hours in the last chapel, and it relates to those times when religion or spiritual societies gave a daily pattern of prayer to follow. They stopped everything when it was time and prayed. It would be very well, I believe, to have a version of that in everyone's life today. This would benefit not only the individual, but the world at large. We come into the world to be agents of light. And what this is really all about is love and freedom. And don't forget that. Because both of these, love and freedom, will be challenged in the upcoming years. It is up to you with your inner discernment to figure out what is what. The old world that is leaving is putting up a big struggle to survive. But don't be alarmed. It's not all darkness out there, as sometimes we think it is, or it appears to be. As I said, this is our opportunity to be strong in our beliefs and in our light, because we each have a role to play to bring in the new world of light and love. For some, it'll be a quiet holding it within self, saying prayers, doing meditation, and giving simple service. But there will be those whose role it is to stand for the light in a greater way. Where you fit in all of this is known to you alone. Your overall role is a seeker of truth, finding the truth and standing for the truth. Always remember that you do not fight darkness. Never do that. but you stand for the light, for truth, for honor, for freedom, and above all, love. Discernment is one of the spiritual gifts, and one that can be developed with practice and dedication. This spiritual mastery is known in the Bible as discernment of spirits. You know that the world is all about selling us a bill of goods. Sometimes it's very good, and sometimes it's the opposite. What comes to mind when I go think about this line of thinking, go down this line of thinking, is I think of the old movie, and actually it was a stage play called Music Man. And the plot there shows how easily people are fooled by someone with a personal agenda and a greed for money. The glib tale is spun so well that common sense is overridden. Of course, if that were not the author's plot, we would not have the film. But in our everyday world, we need to look at who or what is the author of these glib tales that come to us in the form of a big sales pitch. That's exactly what we need to find out. And that theme, of course, plays out everywhere. This is where discernment lets you know what to support and what not to. As a light being, you would not support a group who promotes division among people, or those who would raise up one person or one group and only to put down and crush another. That is not of the light. Recognize it. It's not a God-driven force or movement. It is a human need to control, and somewhere in all of that, there's usually some money involved, or prestige, I guess, would be for some people. Even our products on the market are examples. There is some truth in it when they come to you with their advertisement, but the rest is what is called hype. So we need to know what we're standing for, or what we really believe is valuable. But all we have to do is go within and check it out. And we are all responsible to do that. This organization stands in the light and for the light. It is here to surround you with the light of awareness that we've been given here, and the spiritual protection that enfolds us here. We meet in the Christ consciousness here and nowhere else. It's important that this organization is understood for what it is, and that those who gather in it are under the umbrella of a higher power, which will encourage your freedom of expression and your loving relationship to all. Maybe a week or so ago, I was given a statement as I was awakening in the morning by Spirit. And the phrase that I remembered that I wrote down was, all of us are sharing in the riches which have been left for us. I think what I interpret that and what I believe it means is that be aware that there is a world full of riches of spirit and goodness and kindness and love, which has been gained slowly but surely over time by our ancestors. Yes, even our own reincarnations have assured us of this help in these end days. So do not be afraid, and do be more aware of the brilliant light surrounding you and your world. As you acknowledge it, then that is your reality. Your life will flow only from that place. Practice sending healing light frequently. Send light to the ambulance that's passing your house or passing you on the road, for the people in it. Do an exercise while driving of sending love to all the people traveling on the road with you. When a child cries and you're out in a grocery store or wherever, send healing to the child. and their parents. And definitely when you see a bad situation on television, send healing light there immediately. Take these many opportunities throughout each day, every day. Our spiritual amnesia prevents us from seeing the many spirit guides from the light realm who came in with us and remain with us throughout this lifetime. They are there, surrounding us with love and extreme light. So tune into that reality. Here we will begin our meditation with Kelly.
Continuing our deep breaths, we reach up, stretching ourselves towards the heavens, towards the God light, as a tree stretches its own branches toward the light. We feel ourselves bringing down this higher energy, this energy of love, of light, of peace and joy. We feel ourselves fully opened to the energy of the heavens, calm, bright, full of peace. Continuing our deep breaths, we feel these two energies as they balance, the energies of the earth and the heavens. Now fully aligned, we find ourselves protected by a bubble of white light, which surrounds us on all sides. As we feel the bubble take shape and surround us, it's almost as though it clicks into place, and we become deeply aware that we are protected. We are safe. Now we are grounded, we are connected, we are protected. As we begin our journey to our own sacred space, our own inner temple of light, a safe place where we can connect to the divine, where we can awaken to our inner worlds, where we can find peace and rejuvenation. We find ourselves in a sacred place now. It can be any place, real or imagined, an outdoor space, in any kind of environment we choose. We take a moment to settle into this sacred space, becoming aware of any smells, any tastes. We take in the amount of light and the quality of the light here. What we see and hear. Whether there are any animals, plants, or anything else we become aware of. Now, as we find ourselves deeply relaxed, deeply comfortable in our sacred space, we begin our healing. First, we're going to align with the energies of the sun. We gaze up into the sky, and we see sunlight streaming down. It may be an extremely sunny day, or perhaps there are clouds obscuring our view of the sun. It may even be extremely cloudy. Whatever the weather, we know the sun is present, and we attune to those solar energies now. We feel its brilliant light. It may feel very yellow to us, perhaps more golden or a fiery orange. But we continue really picturing the sun's rays shining down on us. Perhaps we see streamers of light. Perhaps we see a gentle glow. Perhaps we really feel heat beating down on us. We take a moment to absorb this light and this heat from the energy of the sun. Continuing our deep breaths, continuing with the feeling of this intense solar light and warmth. We think of an area in our life where we could use more warmth and more light. We take a moment now to picture this situation or this feeling or this person or whatever it is in our life that we would like to send light and warmth to. We picture this strongly in our minds, and we feel ourselves pulling down this intense solar energy, this great cosmic source of heat and light, and we just see it wrapping this situation up imbuing it with light and warmth. Once we feel the situation is fully infused with solar power, we give thanks to the energies of the sun. Now we turn to another celestial energy source. Also related and powered by the sun, this time gazing up into the heavens, we see the light as it fades from day to night, and we see a radiant moon in the sky. We envision the night sky. It may be very dark, inky black. Perhaps it's a softer twilight hue, or purplish even. We see the night sky as it stretches before us and all above us. We picture the moon and its gentle light. It may be any moon, waxing or waning, full. Any moon we choose to envision. But as we gaze up, we do see a moon present in the night sky. We find ourselves attuning to this lunar light, its gentle qualities of intuition, its softer, gentler energies. We may become aware of nighttime sounds all around us, the hooting of owls, the chirping of crickets, or another sound entirely. But we find ourselves opening up to these nighttime energies and really becoming aware of and in tune with the energy of the moon. We let this lunar light wash down on us, entering our minds, our bodies, our spirits. Filling us with a gentle peace as our intuition is awakened further. Now, reflecting on our life, we think of a place, a person, or a situation that may benefit from more intuition, more gentleness on our own part. Or perhaps just a place or person or situation that we would like to send some gentleness, some intuition to. Take a moment now to picture this area in your life or this area that you're aware of, and see the lunar energies shining down on it, full of peace, full of gentle light, full of this glowing luminosity. This situation is now shrouded in beautiful, peaceful light. Giving thanks to the moon and all of its lunar energies, we turn our attention to the last of the celestial powers we're going to experience today. And we focus on the stars in the sky. Now we see stretched out before us an array of stars. They may seem very cold and distant and far out of reach. They may seem bold and glowing and right before us. But there is a vast array of stars in the heavens, and we become aware of all these tiny pinpoints of light. We take a moment to just gaze at the sheer array of stars in the night sky. We take a moment to really appreciate their beauty, their brilliance, their light. We may be aware of the shapes they form, of the constellations. We may just see a few scattered bright lights here and there. We really feel ourselves connecting to the star's light. As we do, we picture a goal or a desire or a wish, if you like, that we would like for ourselves. We picture this and we imagine it encircled and surrounded by stars. We feel the energy of the stars. We feel it penetrate our wish or desire or goal with their light. Giving thanks to the stars and their energy for their aid, we begin to return to our own bodies, our own homes, taking deep and steady breaths. Feeling as we begin to align and attune fully in our own bodies, in our own homes. We take another deep breath and feel ourselves fully return. Welcome back. Welcome home. And thank you.
We always thank Kelly for her beautiful meditations. And at this time, we are going to send our own spiritual healing out, the distant healing, to someone in our life whom you know needs help now. Those who are here on Zoom are very familiar with sending distance healing, but for those who might be joining on the YouTube Live, this is a focus of energy that's done following our centering, our grounding, and prayers with the surrounding of light for ourselves before we direct healing to another. And we place that person within our mind, or right now I have a picture of the person I want to pray for. And a picture is very good because you will remember every little thing about that person. Take it in your hands and you will be directing to the degree that you have in your imagination the healing light that is being sent to them through whatever distance, it doesn't matter, to them. You can envision them being infused with this light and surrounded by the light, and know in your heart that this is the healing that is being given through you to them, but not from you. We are agents of healing for God. We are not God. God alone heals. But we use the energy that we have been given to walk around with as human beings that we have flowing into us from the universe. We can, with intention, direct them in a positive way that will help another one who is ailing, to help them recover their wellness. So we're going to spend just a few minutes of time now while you are doing that exercise. And you will not hear any other music or a sound with it right now. This is so that you can intentionally bring this energy of your mind and your heart to that individual with God's blessing. We thank God for this time that we have been able to deliver to our individual or to the situation for which we are sending distant healing. And we know that it has been received because it has been sent in love. I hope you have found our website at ccwh.com. And when you go there, find a drop-down menu labeled Get Involved. And where there is a place to make a contribution, we hope you will do so. And maybe while you're there, consider becoming a member. Our affirmations are found there, as well as a place to request prayers for others in need.
For 44 years, CCWH has been an amazing place for spiritual learning, growth, and value. We will continue to provide value that will enrich your spiritual journey. Donations big and small makes what we do possible. Please help us help you and others by making a donation today. Click here to visit ccwh.com.